Welcome spring, I'm out for a ride with my friends. Say hello.
Say hi, Julia.
Hi. I just love spring. It comes with a lot of great things like kids in strollers and kids on bikes, the ice cream truck, things that just say spring is here and summer will soon be on the way. The flip side of that is it requires a lot of cleanup to enjoy an outdoor living space. I'm just going to share with you some of the steps that we've already taken, and now we're not quite done yet. And if you are not already on top of your game, I hope this video will inspire you to get going. Step 1, take everything off the front as well as the back porch. Give it a good washing. We get very poor water pressure at our house, even if we're going to use a pressure washer. It is what it is. So if we have to repeatedly do this step, that's just fine. Until we get the result that we want, we're just gonna have to keep doing it. Now, if you have ceiling fans or any light fixtures in your back porch area, please make sure that you give them a thorough cleaning. Maybe you don't use them or you seldom use them, and then you decide when guests come over you want to turn it on, and guess what? All the bugs come flying out on top of your guests. Not a good thing, guys. So make sure that you give those a thorough cleaning. I'll be doing that, but you won't see it on camera this time around. In other words, clean everything from your furniture to your doormats. Yep, I call it when squirrels attack. During the early spring, about 3 weeks in a row, it just rained, and the squirrels obviously needed shelter, so they decided to attempt to break into our back porch. Now, I have a full video of the repairs of this screen done by a professional because I wouldn't attempt to do this. So I do have their approval to share the full video with you so that you can see how it's done. Now, not long ago, we put out these bonide granules that we got from Lowe's, and it helped to repel the squirrels. Actually, it's supposed to repel just about anything. So lately, with the second application, we've noticed that they're obviously immune or have built up a tolerance because they can get pretty close to the back door, and even if we walk outside, they really don't run away. It's as if they want to invite us to dinner, or they expect us to invite them to dinner. Now, the repellent worked very well in the front yard, so we could finally put the new ferns on the front porch. Now, during the summer months, we have these wasp nests that just appear overnight, and we really have to stay vigilant on those because it's nothing like having a guest arrive and they're fighting their way through some pesky little wasps, and that can really do some bodily harm. So I do come out and check these every other day, basically, just to kind of make sure that there's no one here that is not contributing to the mortgage. You know what I mean? Okay, now there we have a piece of spline that's kind of come away from that screen, so I'll need to replace that. But yes, these are things that you definitely need to stay aware of because in the long run, it can cost you a lot of money. I love our doors, but we've got some work to do. As you can see, they're starting to fade, so they're going to need to be sanded, re-stained, and of course with a protected finish on top of that. So that's one of our summer projects, and I will be taking care of that and sharing it with you. So it's so important to stay on top of these things. All right, another area that you want to stay vigilant on, your mailbox. We have had some mailboxes that were knocked down, and it took about 2 weeks to get them replaced. So I don't know, maybe it's the mail truck or maybe it's someone doing it, but yeah, we've got a few scratches on ours, but that's about it. I think I can just leave the mailman a note on that. I can just touch that little area up with some black paint, and I don't think I have to paint the entire thing. Just really give it a good cleaning. Now, everyone loves these types of fences. I know I do, but they are a lot of work, and just like everything else, they can cost you for maintenance. So we are staining this summer and getting some repairs done. But again, as you can see, over time, you will have to put some more investment into these things. You can't just say, well, I've got a fence and let it go. So we are going to be restaining that as well. Now, quarterly sprays as well as termite control is very important to protecting your investment from parasites.
If you have weeds growing in between the cracks on your walkway or your driveway, put some vinegar in a spray bottle and simply spray the weeds, and it will kill the weeds. Don't spray the grass, spray the weeds. Oh, they're at it again. All the light fixtures outside look pretty good, so they don't need a coat of paint. That is actually the color that they're supposed to be.
Now, I have been obsessing over this light in our yard, so I just switched the breaker off, and now I can actually inspect it because I think it needs a facelift. Now, I know that this distressed look is really in, but to me it just looks dirty on this light, so I'm just going to update it.
Now, once you remove the screws, this really just slips on.
Okay, let's see what's happening underneath these lights. Ugh. Bugs. More bugs. Well, lights do attract bugs. Yep. If you're ever spray painting outside and there is the slightest breeze, just paint in the direction that the wind is blowing. Ooh, you see that? It's a dangerous wasp nest. Hey, these lanterns can survive a good washing. Come on, they've been outside. Now, I don't mean to make a lecture out of spray painting, but when you are spray painting something like this, keep the suggested distance as stated on the can, because you don't want to overspray and end up with the drip runs running down. And I think this is turning out really pretty. I'm loving how the black is starting to stand out. What do you think?
The lanterns responded well to a good washing. Now let's paint it so that you don't get any paint on the inside. I turn my lantern upside down and I start painting from the bottom upward. Now, since this is that 2-time ultra coverage, keep in mind one coat will do, and basically you're done. That way, if you don't have to overspray it and get those dripping lines in the paint. Just remove tape, looking pretty good. I think these turned out really well. No, they're not perfect, but I absolutely love the result with just the spray paint. And I gotta say, if we ever replace that fixture, these would be absolutely great as a part of the centerpiece. Love that.
Well, here is our before fixture in its dull color, and now black. It's vibrant and shiny. I know I chose a gloss. However, over time, it will appear satin like the rest of the fixtures in the neighborhood. But I just love how beautiful it looks.
Now, the other thing that we did was we added lights along the walkway leading up to the front door. So you couple that with cleaning up the light in the yard, shall I say painting the light in the yard. So now we have a very well lit yard, not only aesthetically, but it is also great for safety reasons when people are coming to visit at night.
So what can I say? It's about mailboxes, lights, or even walkways. There you go. Everything that is outside needs to be great. It's curb appeal. These are just a few photos of last year's outdoor living space, and I'll be updating that in just a few weeks. Now, you want to see last year's video. I'll put the card to that video in the comments area. Top right hand corner, lowercase I, click it. You will see simple DIYs like turning a child's desk into an outdoor serving cart. All so simple. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If you are not a subscriber, please consider doing so. Simply click the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you'll know that I've uploaded the very next video. And like me, you could be just one can of spray paint away from pretty.
Thanks for watching this video. Bye. Hope you're a subscriber to the channel. See you next time.